What's going on there, guys? We back with another one, and today I want to talk about Jalen Rose a little bit. Now, if you hadn't seen the video I posted, well, the very last video I think I posted on this channel, Jalen Rose was defending his blackness. When people were coming at him, specifically Dr. Umar and others coming at him for taking a stance they didn't think was favorable to Kyrie Irving. So he had a chance to watch that video again, and he wanted to make a few things right. He said he didn't like a few of the examples that he used because he tried to make it, well, he said it made it look like that he wasn't sensitive enough to Kyrie's plight, and pretty much like since he didn't agree with what Kyrie was saying, that he was trying to use examples. What am I trying to say? He was trying to use examples like he makes a certain amount of money, so he shouldn't have certain ideologies, or he should just get out there and play, right? So he wanted to come back and he wanted to correct some of the things because I think either he said it wrong or he feels like people took it the wrong way, or maybe a combination of both. But check out what Jalen had to say.
It's all the way live. It's all the way live. I just wanted to go live real quick as Michigan putting Nebraska on wax and just acknowledge something. So I went back and looked at the video that I recently did where I acknowledged how I didn't necessarily see eye to eye with the approach not only of missing games for your team, but the approach of understanding that when you're an athlete, we're required to be role models. And so when I watched the video, I didn't like a couple of the examples that I used. I didn't like the phrasing of how I used about saying Kyrie wasn't oppressed. I didn't like the example about how much he's getting paid, because those two items don't mean that you're not oppressed based on the definition. And so it takes a man to acknowledge when he feels like he was off key, off tone. So I just want to acknowledge and apologize for myself to my people, because as I talked to some people that I really love and respect, they enlightened me on the fact that even if I disagree, there's a way to do it like a G. And also, what I want you to know, when someone does disagree, in particular, blacks, when we disagree with each other, we can't be questioning each other's blackness. Ain't nothing gonna stop me from being black. Ain't nothing gonna take away from the time, energy, and passion that I did to pull myself up by my bootstraps and make a name for myself. So again, my apology is to my people, because somebody that I really respect, that's influential, as a public figure, he told me there are some things that could be said, and even if they right, it can't get said by you. And I appreciate that. I want to also acknowledge something else. It's very important that we as a people try not to take our current state of affairs in the United States and compare them to slavery. If you really look back at the history of slavery, certain terms that people are using are truly painful and disrespectful to that era. The way I was off tone using the examples I've used, when you're using terms that equate to slavery, those are off tone too. But either way, I'm here to own me, talk about me, and Just acknowledge that like a boss and like a G. And so that's that. And also I want to say one other thing. What I learned as a public figure, I've had people to the far right for so many years call me so many things, including a racist. I've also had people that are pro-black claim not only myself, but so many successful black men in particular, or women that work in corporate America. A lot of times it gets dismissed as you cooning for the man, or you like gotta be a sellout in order to succeed in corporate America. And here's what I want to tell you guys, which is really important. Nobody ever tells me what to say. Nobody ever tells me how to wear my hair. Nobody ever tells me what gear to rock. Nobody ever tells me what glasses to wear. And I want to also clear up something that's extremely important to me. There has never been a time that somebody made me apologize, including right now. I have self-awareness. And when I look myself in the mirror, I don't see a representative. I don't see a manager. I don't see an agent. I see a living, breathing human being that is flawed in a lot of ways, but doing what I can to be the best version that I can every day. And so that's what I'm going to keep doing. For myself, for my people, and for society. And so again, as I went back and looked at the video, I ain't like the examples I use. Like I'm an articulate dude, you know. Like shout to Nas and Hit Boy. KD3 is out right now, and the reason why that came to me is because like I'm a wordsmith, and when I'm using terms like oppression, I got to be using them right. When I'm talking about how much money is being made by Kyrie, I got to be on tone. I got to be right. And I ain't like those examples. I talk on TV and been a public figure doing this for 30 years. And every now and then you look back at an interview, you be like, I don't like what I was wearing. I don't like what I was saying. I ain't like that example. Whatever the case may be. And so, again, I'm standing here as me, that's who. And I want to just acknowledge that to get it off my chest. It ain't going to change my day, but it makes me feel better when I own stuff that I don't like. So that's what I'm doing right now. Again, I'm watching this Michigan game. We thrashing Nebraska. And I'm happy about that. But I wanted to take this time, this energy, to do that. And I know when somebody does an apology or an acknowledgement, it ain't gonna get the same headlines or coverage that the original, I guess, output gets. But let me just tell you this. It's very important for us that we need to stop name calling each other. You know the one thing you ain't never seen me do, including the Kyrie? I ain't call him no names. Never. I ain't never say he was wrong for feeling like he feels. I'm not mad at it. I don't care if he gets vaccinated or not. And I got to tell y'all something. He wasn't the only person in the NBA that didn't get vaccinated last year. He's just the only person that plays in New York, where there was a state law, which was bogus, that said if you weren't vaccinated, you couldn't play. So as we fast forward to this season, as a basketball commentator, amongst other things, I'm going to talk about how it affects the Nets. And that's what I've been doing. And that's what I'm going to continue to do. And how it affects him as a brother. And let me just tell y'all something from the outside looking in that don't know. I realize that I'm real good at this job. You know why? I got people on the far right that's really mad at me, call me a racist. And then I got people that look like me that's pro-black, that's trying to question my blackness. That let me know at least I try to be fair. I try to be honest, like I'm doing right now. And so again, I go IG Live to do this public service announcement, and love is love. Have a blessed day.
I appreciate Jalen coming, man, and speaking his piece, because a lot of people, when they say things that are wrong, they feel like they can't come back and apologize, and so that makes a lot of people not good conversationalists because they can't admit when they are wrong, even if they had some good points or whatever, to go back and correct the pieces that you felt was wrong, that was big of him. Now I know some people not gonna rock with it, but Jalen historically has done this. If he feels like he did something that may be a little off base, he don't mind coming back, being a bigger person, apologizing. So, man, it's good to see like a lot of people, not just Jalen, but even Stephen A. and Shannon, where they were so strong against him. It's good to see like as the people come up against it, that they have no choice but to mince their words a little bit, because they mince their words for the other side. You know what I'm saying? They try to appease that other power that be over there. But that shows you, like, as people, man, we have power. All we got to do is voice our opinion, let it be known what we will and what we won't accept, and things can start to change. But that also, that'll take more than just our words, because sometimes it requires us to stop supporting certain things. If we are behind the cause or whatever, sometimes, hey, I might not be able to go to that game. We might have to sit this game out. Oh, we might not be able to enjoy that rivalry game. We have to hit them in the pockets where they hit us. Because you see what happened with Kyrie. One of the first things was a huge fine. They always go for those pockets. So sometimes, yeah, we can voice it and we can have our opinions, but sometimes we have to take an uncomfortable action. Sometimes we can't watch them Cowboys. Sometimes we can't watch them Lakers, depending on, I'm just using them as examples. But sometimes we have to take a step back. And, yeah, that's been my favorite team since I was 3 or 4, whatever team that is for you, we can't watch that. We can't watch that. We got to step away from them Tar Heels. We got to step away from them Blue Devils, just depending on the issue and how much they're actually listening to what we have to say. Are they ignoring it, saying, oh, you too much of a fan, you emotional right now, but you'll be back to watch it? Are they saying that, or are they stopping to actually listen to what we got to say? And that's what we got to keep in mind, guys. Hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, peace.